About 2 weeks ago, I was accepted for the 2020 Player's Choice in Fort Worth, Texas, and pickup for that is in September. This makeover is a little bit different than the rest, where I have to bid on the Mustang that I want to train. So there's about 190-ish Mustangs that I get to choose from, and then all of the trainers bid against each other online or on the phone. That happens August 3rd, and whoever gets the highest bid gets that horse to train. Because we get to bid on them, we get to see a few different things. We get to see their tag number, their estimated age, their gender, their color, and their HMA. And then we also get approximately a 1 minute long clip of each horse, just them in the chute to show their height with the line markers they have, and then their movement and how they are in like a open area by themselves. It took me probably about 3 to 4 hours to go through all 193 of them, and I actually have a chart. I have this whole thing written up for the Texas horses. I'm just scrolling through really quick on my phone right now. It says 201, but I have a couple extra spots in here. You can see I wrote notes on all of them. Really quick little blurbs, just that I remember, nothing like too specific because I have to go through them quick enough. Then I kind of went through rounds. So my first round out of the 193, I had about 40 make it through that were possible horses I was interested in. And then after that, on to round 2, I had 20 through there, so it pretty much got cut right in half, and I haven't gotten past that. So I have about 20 that I'm interested in bidding on. I'm gonna narrow it down quite a bit because I'm only approved for 1, so I'm probably gonna get less than 10, ideally 5. Every makeover you get a letter either from Mustang Heritage or Extreme Mustang Makeover, and in this case it's Mustang Heritage. So I already got my acceptance email, but the letters, it's kind of just nice to have it all like in writing. It's gonna tell me pretty much the same exact thing that the email told me though. I don't know if it's gonna show it backwards or not, but pretty much it says that I have been approved to select 1 Mustang for Player's Choice, and the bidding is August 3rd at 5 p.m. Central Time. So I think that's like 6 p.m. for me over here. I have to set up all my bidding information online. We just get information on all the bidding, pickup specifics, if we're having a different trainer pickup for us, kind of like a timeline. We have to send in progress reports throughout the training period, so we have a bit of a timeline for that and the dates that those have to be in by. The rules and regulations that we get every year. Nice big packet of those. And then the progress reports, which if you were wondering what those look like, again, if this is backwards, I don't know what I'll do. I'll try. We pretty much have to write their freeze mark, our name, how much hay they're getting, if they're gaining or losing weight, if they're getting grain, all that good stuff. This packet is pretty much what the email is and what it usually is. What I'm gonna do is I asked on Instagram, let me see if I can find all this. I said, give me a Mustang lot number and I'll talk about them in my video, short analysis and why I would or wouldn't bid on them. Okay, and I got quite a few responses with a big variety of numbers. So I'll start with the first one, which is 91. Go through, find lot 91. 91 is a bay 5-year-old mare from Maverick, Medicine, Nevada. I'm just gonna pause it really quick. Maverick, Medicine, Nevada. So I'm not super picky on HMAs, but I'm trying to avoid Utah Mustangs, especially sulfurs, just because they're really hard to put on a training timeline and schedule. They're great Mustangs, but they take a little bit longer than the makeover period. So if I can avoid getting one from that HMA or the whole state of Utah in general, I'm going to try to. The only other HMA that I worry about is Maverick Medicine, just because I had a bad experience with one from there. Most of them seem pretty good, but quite a few of them have been really tough at the beginning, so I'm gonna just try to avoid that HMA in general. Okay, so you never really want one that jumps into the panel or tries to jump over it or through it or anything, and she just seems very flustered and doesn't handle pressure very well. For the sake of a makeover, just first impression right away, I'm gonna say I definitely will not be bidding on this one. Her video is only 24 seconds long, and it looks like right before they stopped the video, she was about to go again. Lot 3. Okay, Saltwells Creek, this is where Boo is from. This one looks like a pretty big Mustang. I like the bone on him. I always like those draftier ones just because I have my 2 PMU girls. It's just kind of what catches my eye. So he's thinking pretty well, and he's not too worried about the person, which is good. I definitely like this one. He is from a good HMA. He's 6, which I kind of want a 4 or 5-year-old for the makeover, so he's a little bit older. He is a gelding. I don't have a mare or gelding preference. Chestnuts, I do have to think about the adoptability at the makeover in January, and although it's kind of unfortunate, most people like the colored and flashy ones. So this guy probably won't sell amazing even if he has fantastic training. Do lot 100. Little Awahi, I love this HMA. This is where Evie's from. A 5-year-old bay mare. Not super tall, just a little bit underneath 14 hands. Okay, I don't like her build personally. Something about the tail proportion to the, no, I don't like much about her build. She is getting her leads pretty well though, I think, if I remember. Her trot isn't horrible. Overall, she's an okay horse. Just personally, I don't like her build. I don't like the look of her, but I would say she's gonna turn out to be a really cool little horse. Okay, Maverick Medicine, already not too interested. I don't like, okay, she's already stumbled a couple times with her hind end. She's already stumbled a few times with her hind end, and just the way that she is very quick to turn, which again doesn't really make her, it's hard to judge off a video. You can't say this is going to be a good horse, this is going to be a bad horse. Antelope Valley, Nevada. I've heard good things about this HMA, but I've never had one from here. A 4-year-old Sorrel gelding. So far, pretty good. He actually does have a pretty nice trot. I believe he was... Yeah, he didn't get his hind end leads, I believe. He also might be really butt high from that video. I'm just gonna go quickly through these. I would not bid on him because I saw something a little bit weird with his hind end. And also, if he's that butt high right now, I really don't want a downhill horse. Okay, 66. It says red roan, but right now it looks like a gray. 4-year-old gelding from Green Mountain, Wyoming. About 14.3, maybe 15. Got the leads. The footing is bad, so it's hard for the ones that are in this facility for this videoing. So just from that, I didn't get to see any of the trot, I just saw the canter. He got his leads. He's okay. I would consider this one. I don't like that I have to put logic behind this. I don't know. I like this one, I guess. No, I would consider this one because of his age. I think a lot of people like grays, or this says red roan. You don't really know until you get them and they start shedding out. And people always like geldings. He did not miss a lead. I like that. But I do wish I would have gotten to see him trot a little bit. This is a Sorrel Mare, 3 years old, from Maverick Medicine. Again, from Maverick Medicine, I don't want to really consider these ones for myself personally. Okay. What I wrote for her was speedy and scattered. At the beginning, I can definitely see that she was speedy and scattered, but I think she got a little bit better and more comfortable towards the end. So I'm gonna go to the next lot, which is lot 1. 3-year-old gray gelding from Green Mountain, Wyoming. I do know that this one is in my top 20 list. Pretty good height. He's like 15 hands. So far, right off those first few steps, I did see something weird in the shoulder. Let me find out why I like this guy. I liked his neck, and he had a, I just wrote white eye, good neck, kind of like. Right now though, I am seeing something that makes me believe that he might have some soundness issues. So I'll probably take this one off my top 20 list. Stuart Creek, Wyoming. First of all, it's already getting really worked up in the chute. Chestnut 3-year-old gelding. I've never had one from there before, so I don't know. I don't like how he's holding his neck. Yeah, this one, I don't like how he's holding his head and neck. He's kind of holding it like that. And I kind of want one that uses their neck a little bit more. Honestly, it looks like he might have had an old injury or something. So what I'm really looking for in all of these, I'm looking for soundness issues first off. I'm looking to see if they think or react, even just from the short video in this small area where most of them are going to be reacting. You can see if one has a thinking personality, like if they're naturally a thinker. I am slightly considering height, not much though. I don't want anything that's like beneath 14 hands, and HMA. So really though, soundness is like one of my top priorities, and then temperament. Green Mountain, Wyoming, a black 3-year-old gelding. Probably about 15 hands. No, I would not bid on this one. A 5-year-old buckskin mare from Little Oahe. Again, that's Evie's HMA. I'm a little bit partial to it. I like them. Not super big, probably 14 hands. Okay, so this one is in my top 20. I really like this one. I'm going to explain why I like this one in my next video, because I do think she is definitely like one of my like top 10. When I'm looking at these minute-long clips, I'm looking at their temperament, how do they handle pressure, are they sound, I am looking at their movement. I will leave the link to this in the description in case you want to go through and look at some of the Mustangs for yourself. I will leave the link to the Extreme Mustang Makeover and the Mustang Heritage Foundation in the description in case you want to check those out too.